This week on LCARA Ham Radio, it's that time of year again, folks. Field Day 2021, where we get the emergency communications trailer out, clean her up, take it over to the site, prepare some food, and make a few contacts. This week on LCARA Ham Radio. Well, it's that time of year again to get the emergency communications trailer out and ready for field day. Little dirt and grime on the outside from the last time we had it out, winter field day back in January. But it didn't take long for us to put a little soap and water to the outside and make it presentable again. So, just a little bit of time after a normal work day the week prior to field day to get it ready. Then we hooked her up to the truck and transported her over to the location. We utilize the Church of Christ of Latter-day Saints location here in Somerset, Kentucky. They've got a nice green area and a yard out front that makes it really nice for this event. And it's also in town where we can get some visibility while we're out there making contacts and eating a lot of good food. Here we have KY4CKP just doing some shots of the trailer and the inside setup. We also set up a 2-meter repeater or a 2-meter radio to hit the repeater in case we needed to help anybody come into the event who might have been unaware of where we were set up. So as we finish panning around the trailer here, we'll head on outside and see what else we've got in store. Wonderful property to have summer field day, and this particular day was extremely nice. In the mid 80s, a little bit of a breeze to kind of keep the heat down, and we had a nice shady area here on the property. And we're zooming in over there on Ham Hacker Randy, aka KK4 JPX, and he's making hot dogs and hamburgers over there. As we continue to pan, you can see some of the trees and some more shade going down the property. And we also have some radio set up and some more food being cooked over on that side. One of our four-legged friends, KY4CKP's dog there, Bucky the Boxer. And lots of food underneath the tent there, folks. I did beef ribs, Chris did smoked wings. We also had hot dogs and hamburgers, mac and cheese, and a lot of side dishes. Green beans, cream corn, potato salad, baked beans. I think we had 2 types of baked beans and some of those wonderful desserts that you shouldn't have too much of, but of course you always do. Boy, I had way too much food. I think I gained 10 pounds that day just in the food. The other reason we love to do field day, and I hope you will do something similar like this with your club or start a club if you don't have one locally and do an event like this, is the fellowship. We had a record crowd this year. 36 people came out to our field day. That's both members, family, friends, and some ham radio operators we hadn't seen in a long time. So it's a great way to get together and talk about what are some projects they would like to see in the future and what are some of the things that they're into. A lot of ham radio operators still do a great many things by themselves. They're not actually, always doing something with the club. They may have purchased new gear. They may have purchased something that helps them with logging or what have you. And so when you get to talk to your fellow hams, you get to come up with ideas for yourself and your own station many times. And we have one more shot here of the food, I believe, and some of the desserts that we had this year. Man, it was just amazingly good. And again, another reason to get out, get the emergency communications trailer out, and practice making some contacts, as we'll see a little bit later in the video. So we had a couple of areas set up for antennas and for the radios. Here we have a nice little solar setup for KY4DAG's station that he was setting up to make some contacts. And he's got his little go box there and some connectivity as well. And this is another thing that I love about Field Day is some of the gear that we bring out. And again, it also inspires you with additional ideas. He also set up an in-fed antenna, but he also brought out one of his satellite antennas. And this is one of the VHF, UHF antennas where you can make contacts with satellites above the air. I'm not sure if he made contacts that particular day in our area, but it was cool seeing this particular antenna, and the grip that he's got on there, he actually 3D printed. Just another quick shot. This is when we had most of the people there. You can see quite a few folks, lots of those portable chairs to sit in the shade. Got the nice smoker going there, building or making some hot dogs and some hamburgers. And then KY4DAG set up with his radio, just about ready to make some contacts. I think we were still eating at this point. And one of our younger members, KN4VXS, brought out one of his masts that he had built himself with the guy lines to support it, as well as a linked dipole that he won after one of our giveaways. If you haven't seen our linked dipole video, I'll try to put a card up in the top right here. And we gave it away, and he happened to win that antenna. And he uses it quite frequently for HF contacts. Got another small tent there just to keep us out of the sun a little bit and to get ready for making contacts. This is the setup we had on this particular table. We had one of our members bring out his radio, tuner, and of course power.
Yeah, you could do 1 alpha or 2 alpha if you want to include DAG as a second station.
Roger, Northern Florida. Thank you. W1AW, field day.
November 4, Lima, Charlie Alpha.
Lima. Whiskey 4 Zulu, 5 Foxtrot, Connecticut. Okay, and your call is 1 by 1, Whiskey 4 Zulu? Okay, very good. Congratulations. 73 from W1AW. Sierra Tango Romeo, 5 Foxtrot, Connecticut. One Delta, South Carolina, from W4STR. Thank you. Whiskey 1, Alpha Whiskey, field day.
November 4, Lima, Charlie Alpha.
United. Kilo Echo 0, Yankee Bravo Lima.
Kilo Yankee 4, Delta Alpha Golf.
Okay, Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee something. I need the suffix of your call.
And we'll let KY4DAG finish up making a few contacts there. Folks, what is Summer Field Day really all about? Well, it means different things to different people and clubs. There are some clubs that utilize Summer Field Day as a great way to compete and have a great time competing. Other clubs or individuals really just like Summer Field Day as an excuse to get their equipment out and have some fun, and they're not really in it for the competition. For our club, we like getting the emergency communications trailer out as an exercise to show how to set up and how to set it up safely and make sure that we have all of our equipment working when we take it out. We also bring a lot of food because a big reason for our field day at our club is for fellowship. There is no expectation to make contacts on Summer Field Day at our event. We do make contacts, we do set up radios, but if club members really just want to come out and talk and have a good time and talk with their fellow hams, there's no pressure. They don't have to make contacts if they don't want to. It's about the fellowship, mainly for our club. And for those club members who want to make contacts, we almost always have a couple of stations set up at least with a couple of different antennas so that we can try to make some contacts. Again, not from a competitive standpoint, but to test out some antennas and to practice our usage of radio terms and talking to fellow hams all around the country. So that's what we do for Summer Field Day here at LCARA. Well, that'll wrap it up. Stay tuned for a future video where we're probably going to be doing more antennas, EmComm Trailer Junior, and other types of activities here in our community. 73, everybody.